Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and continue with our model over here. And we are going to start by turning this into a high poly first. So for that, as you can see here in our collection, because we added some new models, not everything is in the right crate B underscore low poly. So let's just right click, move to collection, crate B underscore low poly. There we go. So that one is now ready to go. So let's do the same thing. We are going Ctrl C, Ctrl V, copy it. Right click, move to collection, new collection, crate B underscore HP, just like we did with our first crate. Perfect. So let's turn off the low poly version. Let's go into our high poly version. Let's start by just turning off our mirror over here. Yeah, I think this one we can also turn it off. Just save some time. And I'm just gonna start easy. I'm gonna start with this one. So Alt I. Let's have a look. Same thing as before, just place your supporting loops. So we want to have 2 loops here. Let's say 1 here, because of course we have this corner. Let's do 2 loops here, because these 2 are corners. 2 here. Now, this one we need to do custom, as you can see. So that's something we'll need to focus on. But before we do that, we can simply do this one. Now, doing this one, actually, you know what? I'm going to move this a bit further back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and like deselect those pieces and move this a bit closer. There you go. So another Ctrl R. And for this one, I'm just going to scale this flat. And that way I can just like place it here. And oh, I thought we made it that you couldn't see the back. Let's select this. Shift G, coplanar. And delete it. And let's just double check. Yeah, see here, because you can never see that. So there's no point in us having a face over there. Let's continue. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Pretty much on every corner. Yeah, but this point you know what to do by this point, so it's not too difficult. I'm just here for the sake of, in case you skip the tutorial or something, or you are starting here, that you can kind of like see where to start. This one is once again, this one is actually a bit more tricky. Let's go ahead and just undo that. Let's press K and let's cut from down there. And then just make a cut ourselves. Let's go until here, press K, or press Enter I mean, just to create like a backup. Because if you just keep going with the cut tool all the way around, if you accidentally lose your process, you will lose that entire bit. And the thing with the cut tool is it's not the most reliable, I would say. So it often becomes a little bit buggy. Over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and place a cut like this. There we go. So those corners are covered, those are covered, those are covered. All of these are covered. These 2. Over here we still need to place a few, and then this one we need to do by hand. This one I am actually gonna go ahead and place like that. Yeah, I can actually I can live with this edge. I might want to just move it a little bit closer like that. And for the rest, what we want to do is we want to press K. And let's just go ahead and place 1 loop out here. And we kind of need to see how it responds, pretty much. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press K and place 1 loop. Like that. Okay. We definitely need to like add that 1 little edge over there. Okay, now from this loop, what we can do is we can hopefully, let's do this. Let's go from this vertex and then cut it across here. Then press Enter. And then keep cutting it from here. Sorry, something went wrong. Here you can see you can notice very quickly when the cut tool does something wrong, because then it all of a sudden shows like a bunch of points that shouldn't be there. But anyway, let's just go ahead and cut this up until this point. Okay, so that's around there. And then in here we still need to cut from here and just have like a loop there. And then finally we just need to have one loop that does like the classic go around, like over here. And let's give that a try. So alt modifier, multi-resolution. Let's subdivide this. Yeah, let's subdivide this 3 times. Turn on optimal display just to make our life easier. Okay, it's pretty close. Just over here, we forgot to do one edge, so we just need to place an edge around here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Also over here. Yeah, it's a bit smooth, but it's not too bad. Right click, shade smooth, just to make our edges nice and round. And all we need to do now is just quickly need to go to this one. This one already here doesn't have a bottom. All we need to do here is select the ends, press I and inset them. Then just press Ctrl R for these lines. You know what, I'm going to place 2 Ctrl R's over here. I know it's quite small, but I just want to make sure that that one can stay straight. 2 here. And actually, you know what, this could be beneficial. Let's place 1 edge over here. 1 over here. 1 over here. And 1 over here. And then all I need to do here really is just place like cut. That goes like that. Oh, see, these are not connected, so just Q and merge them at center so that they become connected. Same thing over here. Or they're just very close together, one of the two. They might be very close together, but just to be safe, let's do that. There we go. Now let's go ahead and multi-resolution. I think this one... Oh, we forgot to do... Oh, actually, well, we didn't forget to. It just looks like that these need to be a bit sharper. Oh, the roundness over here. I think the way that we can fix that is by simply placing 1 cut like this. See? Yeah, that should do the trick. Just to keep the shape a little bit more intact, because because this is quite a heavy shape, but it's very small, which means that in the baking, everything will also like come out quite smooth. And because of that, I'm not too worried. Like if we go a little bit too smooth for its shape, because it's so small, you shouldn't really be able to notice that. Honestly, if you want, you can even keep it low poly, but I like to just make it properly. See? So from a distance here, you can never see it. Like, unless you have a camera angle like this, which it still looks pretty decent once we have our materials on it. It should be fine. So we got those pieces done. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with this one now. Just why not? And this one... do we need that? Oh yeah, of course we need that. Okay, so we don't need those back faces. We don't need... there is a slight chance that you can see them, so I'm just gonna leave them in. Definitely these we don't need, so let's delete those. And these we don't need, so let's go ahead and delete these. There we go, and this will just save us needing to place loops. So, 2 loops over here, just use your scroll wheel. 1 here, 1 here, 1 in the center, and then just select these 2 faces and just press I to inset them. Now over here we need to do a bunch of stuff probably customly, so let's inset them, and when we inset them we should be able to start placing loops around them, so it just saves us some time compared to us placing custom cuts and everything. Yeah, I'm just also going to place them at the end of the round pieces. And let's not forget over here and over here. Just to cut along there. Let's place 2 in the center of all of these 3. And let's see, so we've done those pieces. Let's place a cut. Actually, let's place a cut on every edge on both sides, like this. There we go. Okay, so we've done those. Let's hope that this works just fine. Let's go ahead and go to face select. Select these faces over here. Just go ahead and press inset. So I, inset. And let's then do Ctrl R. Over here. And these ones, let's place let's place a loop around, actually a little bit bigger. Here, just so give this loop a little bit more space around here. And then what we might need to do is we might need to go ahead and just use your cut tool, so the K tool, and then place like a little loop around there so that it doesn't collapses into that edge over there. Oh, let's forget to place a loop on the ends over here. Now we also want to go ahead and place a loop or two even on these sides. I can see that there's like, it feels like there's a little bit of offset. You can see it over here where there's like a tiny bit of clipping. And this is something that we can probably fix if we just also turn on the low poly. Look at it from an angle and then just select both of them. If we then just go ahead and go to edit mode, now with both of them selected, just because we do not want to change the look in any way. So we can now select this and just like move it like that. And now that should be, see, that should still be exactly the same. So that's fine. There we go. Now there's no clipping anymore. Let's see, so we've done this one. We have an edge over here. We will need to have an edge on this side. I wonder if this will work. I have a feeling like it's just going to complain, but we'll see. So we got those edges over there. Now at this point I'm just going to bring out my cut tool. I'm going to cut straight along here. And do the same over here. I'm going to cut straight along here. And at this point we just want to go ahead and let's use a scroll wheel. I think that gives us enough space and it will save us some time by just using a scroll wheel to like place within these two edges. There we go. And then up here what we need to do is we just need to go ahead and like continue this edge. Don't worry about the messy geometry. As you can see, like it's super messy. But as long as it doesn't actually affect this geometry, for this one it's fine. Only when it starts like giving us problems, that's when we fix it. Because honestly, there's no point in fixing it because we're not going to use this geometry in game in any way. So yeah, I'm just pretty much using some of these vertices to like connect some stuff. This one, I don't really have space. Maybe it's fine when we leave it like that. Let's just have a look. So first let's do Ctrl R here. And on these pieces, yeah, now we will immediately have space to just attach it. Let's press K. And just like attach these and then just have this one attached down at the bottom. Something like that should work. Okay, so Ctrl R on these sides. For this one, I think it's best if we just go ahead and scale this flat. And set the scaling to 0 and then just kind of like move this up here. Yeah, and then just select this one and move this down. Ooh, that's very close. Maybe we can try and just select this one edge and just move it up a little bit. Just to give it a bit more space. These ones should be easier. See? This one is a pain again, so we need to go in. Move it. And it's not too bad if it's like... If there's like this effect. If it is bad, then we can of course just fix it. But for now, it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this. Here we go. And now I will just go ahead and also on this side place 2 supporting loops. Here we go. There's some noise going out outside, but hopefully my microphone doesn't actually pick up on it because it's a bit far away. But anyway, let's add a multi-resolution. Subdivide this like 3 times. Optimal display, and the first thing that we can see is that we forgot to place supporting loops on these corners, so let's just go ahead and do that. There we go, so that fixes that one. Oh, I did do it partly on this one. There we go. This is all nice and smooth, goes down. Let's right click and shade smooth. Over here we have some problems, so... Oh, let's actually not do that. Let's right click shade flat until we're done. Oh yeah, so for this one all we really want to do is just connect it like that and that should do the trick. Almost. We also need to connect this one, same as that we've done like before. It just needs to have like one edge against this side. Like that. How is that edge? Okay, so that edge holds up now. And around here, let's just make sure that there's like a little circle around your geometry. Same over here, we're just gonna go ahead and select this. We need to do these sides also, so let's just go ahead and just create like a little loop from here to here to here. I don't like this one. Let's do target or talk and just move this over here. So this is... Oh wait, I know why it's off. Because we need to place a cut along here, but it doesn't like me placing that cut because of the angle it's in. There we go, now it does. Sometimes in these angles it can be a bit tricky to place the cut. There we go. But actually that should be fine. That's fine. Yeah, that all works. So, good. And then of course what you can later on do is like turn on the mirror. Here, looking fancy. So in the next chapter we will go ahead and we will continue turning our main body in our to a low poly, to a high poly, sorry.